Hello students. Today we are discussing about on the GABA neurotransmitter. Last class I have completed the glutamate neurotransmitter. Now I will deliver today GABA neurotransmitter. Before we are going to the GABA neurotransmitter, first of all, what is the neurotransmitter? Neurotransmitter is a chemical substances which carry signal from one neuron to the target organ. The target organ may be neuron or gland or muscles. These neurotransmitters are synthesized in the presynaptic neuron. Especially, the neurotransmitters are synthesized in the mitochondria, then released into the cytoplasm of pre-membranic neuron and enter to the synaptic vesicle or packed into the synaptic vesicle. So neurotransmitters are synthesized in the mitochondria, then it transmitted into cytoplasm, it packed into the synaptic vesicle of presynaptic neuron. This neurotransmitter released into the synaptic cleft, then bind to the receptors presenting on the postsynaptic neuron. These neurotransmitters involved in two ways: one excitatory way, second one inhibitory way, or stimulatory way or inhibitory way. So neurotransmitters are it is produced in the presynaptic neuron and released into the synaptic cleft, then bind to the receptor presenting in the postsynaptic neuron. Then it stimulates the postsynaptic neuron. Whenever it stimulates the postsynaptic neuron, the membrane potential is changing. The sodium ions are influx into the postsynaptic neuron. Then action potential is occur. In this action potential, in this stimulatory way, the postsynaptic neuron undergo the depolarization condition. In inhibitory way, the neurotransmitters are synthesized in a presynaptic neuron, then released into the synaptic cleft, bind to the receptor presenting on the postsynaptic neuron. In this postsynaptic neuron undergo the hyperpolarization condition. In this condition, the sodium ions does not enter into the inside the cell of the postsynaptic neuron. In this condition, the chloride ions are enter into the inside the cell. At the same time, the potassium ions are moving to the outside the postsynaptic neuron. So this is hyperpolarization condition occur in the inhibitory action. The depolarization condition occur in the excitatory or stimulatory action. So the neurotransmitters are the different types of the neurotransmitters. Acetylcholine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin. These are the neurotransmitters involved in the different function. In our topic, the inhibitory neurotransmitters are the GABA and glycine. Excitatory and stimulatory neurotransmitters are glutamate, aspartate. So some of the amino acids act as neurotransmitters. Some amino acids act as neurotransmitter. These amino acids, some of the amino acids act as a stimulatory or excitatory neurotransmitter. Some amino acids act as an inhibitory neurotransmitter. The excitatory neurotransmitters are the glutamate, aspartate, and serotonin. The inhibitory neurotransmitters are the glycine, GABA, dopamine. Glycine, GABA, dopamine. So these are the inhibitory neurotransmitter. So coming to the GABA is a cheap inhibitory neurotransmitter in CNS, central nervous system. And glycine, especially GABA, cheap inhibitory neurotransmitter for brain. Glycine, cheap inhibitory neurotransmitter from spinal cord and brain stem. So, GABA is a inhibitory neurotransmitter for the brain. Glycine is a inhibitory neurotransmitter for spinal cord and brainstem. Spinal cord and brainstem. Coming to the synthesis of the GABA. GABA simply abbreviated gamma aminobutyric acid. GABA, GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid. This GABA is synthesized by another amino acid that is called glutamate. So GABA is produced by the another amino acid that is called glutamate. In the presence of the enzyme is the glutamic acid decarboxylase, GAD simply. GABA is produced by an amino acid, that amino acid is the glutamate. In the presence of the enzyme is the glutamic acid decarboxylase. Further, GABA is converted into succinic semialdehyde and succinic acid. In the presence of the enzyme is the GABA transaminase. So, GABA is produced by the glutamate in the presence of the glutamic acid decarboxylase. Then GABA is converted into succinic semialdehyde and succinic acid. In this enzyme, glutamic acid decarboxylase, it is present in the neural cells, pancreatic cells, and body fluids. Glutamic acid decarboxylase also acts as a catalyst. So it removes the carboxylic group from the glutamate and converted into GABA. Then coming to the GABA receptors. First one, introduction. Second one, synthesis of the GABA. Third one, receptors of the GABA. GABA containing two types of the receptors. One, GABA A receptor, and second, GABA B receptor. One, GABA A receptor, second one, GABA B receptor. GABA A receptor, also known as ion-gated or ionotropic receptors, or voltage-gated chloride channels. These receptors, voltage-gated chloride channel or ionotropic receptor, or GABA A receptor. These receptors made up of 5 subunits. 2 alpha 1 subunits, 2 beta 2 subunits, 1 gamma 1 subunit. So, GABA A receptors is made up of 5 subunits, 2 alpha 1 subunits, 2 beta 2 subunits, 1 gamma 1 subunit. That's why GABA A receptor also known as a pentameric structure receptor. Pentameric structure receptor. These GABA receptors, all 2 alpha, 2 beta 2, 1 gamma 1 receptors. These receptors containing the agonist and antagonist is there. GABA A receptor antagonist is the Macimol. GABA A receptor antagonist is the bicaculin. So GABA A receptor agonist is the GABA A receptor agonist is the and antagonist is the bicaculin. So bicaculin, the main role of the bicaculin is to prevent the attachment of the GABA to GABA A receptor. Bicaculin prevent the attachment of the GABA to GABA A receptor. Along with GABA A receptor, some accessory sites are the presenting in the GABA A receptors. These accessory sites are the diazobans. It is act as a agonist. Second one, carbolants. It is act as a reverse antagonist. Third one, flumagenil. It is act as a antagonist. Diazobans act as a agonist. Carbolants act as a reverse antagonist. Flumagenil act as a antagonist for accessory site of the GABA A receptor. Accessory site of the GABA A receptor. Along with the accessory site to the GABA A receptor, some chloride channels is there. This chloride channel agonist is the baclofen or piclotoxin. Second one. So this diazobans, the main role is it capable of GABA A receptor opening of the frequency of the chloride channel. Then chloride antagonist, it acts as a agonist. It opening the chloride channel. Increases duration of the chloride channels. duration of the chloride channels. So the main aim of this GABA is binding to the GABA A receptors. This GABA A receptor facilitate movement of the chloride ions from outside to the inside and undergo the hyperpolarization of the neuron. That means hyperpolarization means neuron less excitable condition. Neuron less excitable condition. In this way, the GABA A receptor agonist is the muscimol, antagonist is the bicaculin. Muscimol, bicaculin. Muscimol is the agonist, bicaculin is the antagonist. This is the GABA binding site. Then accessory site containing diazobans, flumagenil, carbolants. Diazobans is the agonist, flumagenil is the antagonist, carbolants is the reverse antagonist. And chloride channel also having the two, one agonist, second one antagonist. So these are the present in a GABA A receptors. Then coming to the GABA A receptors, it is mediated with the chloride channel. That means movement of the chloride ions from outside to the inside. It form a hyperpolarization of the neuron. So in this hyperpolarization condition, neuron is a less excitable condition. The second one, GABA B receptor. GABA B receptor, it is involved, also known as metabotropic receptor, G protein coupled receptor, metabotropic receptor or G protein coupled receptor. This GABA B receptor containing two subunit, one B1 subunit, second one beta subunit. This GABA B receptor agonist is the baclofen, antagonist is the cyclofen. GABA B receptor, it decreases the entry of the calcium ions, or it decreases the calcium conductance, and it increases the potassium conductance. So this GABA B receptors also involved in the hyperpolarization condition. So in this hyperpolarization condition, nerve undergo less excitable. Coming to the functions of the GABA receptor, GABA, it is involved in the anxiety condition. So it relieves the anxiety, and also it relieving the pain. The first one, it GABA relieving the anxiety, GABA relieving the pain, GABA regulating the sex hormone, and also GABA attenuation deficit hyperactivity disorder, treating the attenuation deficit hyperactivity disorder. and also it reduces the blood pressure levels or stabilizing the blood pressure levels. Last one, it reduces the blood glucose levels in diabetes mellitus person. So GABA involved in the different functions, relieving the anxiety, relieving the pain, and treating the attenuation deficit, hyperactivity disorder, stabilizing the blood pressure, decreasing the blood glucose levels. These are the functions of the GABA. So, in this session, we have discussed what is neurotransmitters, what are the excitatory neurotransmitter, what are the inhibitory neurotransmitter, what is the synthesis of the GABA, what are the receptors of the GABA, what are the functions of the GABA. These are the information present in GABA. So, friends, students, you must listen some other times in this video and share this video to others. Bye bye.